There's hip abduction, adduction, external rotation, internal rotation, flexion. But today, we're talking about hip extension. First, let's talk about the definition. Hip flexion means the leg is going forward. Hip extension means the leg is going backwards. Or in mathematical sense, flexion means the angle is getting smaller. Extension means the angle is getting larger. There are two ways to perform hip extension in the gym. One is standing perfectly vertical and moving your leg backward. The other is starting at a flex position and moving up, as you would in a barbell squat. Second, let's talk about primary movers. The primary movers for hip extension are gluteus maximus and your hamstring muscles. The hamstring muscle is composed of three muscles on the back of your leg called the biceps femoris, the semitendinosus, and the semimembranosus. So if you want strong, powerful glutes and hamstrings, let's jump into the exercises. There are many exercises you can perform for hip extension, but we're gonna go over what we think are the top 6 exercises. Number 1, barbell squats. First of all, you want the bar on your shoulders or your upper back. You never wanna put the bar on your neck. Second, you never wanna round your back. You wanna keep a neutral spine, or what we call an exercise spine. Third, you only have to go down to 90 degrees. Now, if you're more flexible or you want to increase power, then you may go below 90 degrees. And finally, your knees should follow your toes. So if you have a narrow stance, your toes should point forward. If you have a wider stance, which may produce more power, your toes should point outward. Second, let's talk about Russian deadlift. Just like the barbell squat, you should keep a neutral spine. If you're using near maximum weight, go ahead and use a weightlifting belt to support your back. And I like using an alternated grip, but use whatever grip you're comfortable with. Third, let's talk about Romanian deadlifts, also called straight-legged deadlifts. The only difference between Russian deadlifts and straight-legged deadlifts, as the name would indicate, your legs are fairly straight during the straight-legged deadlift. That means during the Russian deadlift, you're also involving more quads than you are in the straight-legged deadlift. And of course, you want to keep a neutral spine throughout the movement, even on the way down, which means don't round your back to go as far as possible. Just go as low as your hamstrings will allow. The fourth exercise we're going to talk about is leg press. It should be real easy to keep a neutral spine during the leg press by pressing your low back against the pad. Put your feet in the center of the plate if you want to recruit all your muscles equally. But if you want to target more glutes and hamstrings, place your feet up high. If you want to target more quads, place your feet down low. And if you want to add adductors to the mix, put your feet out wide. And since we're already here, go ahead and add some calf press. The fifth popular exercise we're going to talk about is lunges. As you've probably heard 1,000 times, don't let your knee pass your toes. This movement is called tibial translation, and it may put excessive strain on your knee ligaments. So in order to avoid tibial translation, lunge by putting force between the heel of your foot and the balls of your foot. Do not push with your toes. And the last exercise we're talking about today is box step-ups. Just like lunges, in order to avoid tibial translation, you need to press from the heel to the balls of your foot. It's easy to do that by putting your foot in the center of the box. And if you want to work hip flexion on the other leg, go ahead and kick the opposite knee as high as you can. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to learn more about joint actions, exercises, and muscles, check out the description below. To see my last video on calculating your macros, hit the rectangle. And of course, to see more helpful videos, don't forget to subscribe by hitting the circle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.